What's the one thing Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and even the Queen of England all have in common? It's not their wealth or status. It's their masterful use of silence. When you think of powerful people, you might picture someone giving a commanding speech. But the real power often lies in what isn't said. Think about Elon Musk. In interviews, he's famous for his long, sometimes awkward, pauses. He doesn't rush to fill the void. He takes his time, lets the question hang in the air, and then delivers a concise, deliberate answer. This isn't a weakness, it's a calculated strategy. That silence makes you lean in. It makes you hang on his every word. It communicates that he is in complete control, not just of the conversation, but of his own thoughts. This isn't just an observation. It's backed by psychology. We're wired to perceive those who speak less as more powerful. Think about it. In any meeting, who holds the real influence? It's often not the person who talks the most. It's the one who listens, observes, and then speaks with precision when it matters most. Their words carry weight because they are scarce. They haven't diluted their impact by rambling. This concept is called the power of the pause. When you deliberately pause before speaking, you're doing several things at once. First, you're giving yourself a moment to think and formulate a better, more impactful response. No more blurting out the first thing that comes to mind and regretting it later. Second, you're signaling to the other person that what they said is important and deserves consideration. This makes them feel heard and respected, which ironically gives you more influence over them. Third, and most importantly, you're building anticipation. The silence creates a vacuum, and people naturally want to fill it. When you finally speak, your words rush in to fill that space with amplified importance. Let's break down how you can apply this. Start in low-stake situations. When someone asks you a question, instead of answering immediately, take a deep breath. Count to 3 in your head. It might feel uncomfortable at first. You'll feel the urge to fill the silence. Resist it. Notice how the other person reacts. They'll likely become more attentive. Their focus will sharpen on you, waiting for your response. This technique is especially powerful in negotiations or difficult conversations. Let's say you're asking for a raise. You state your case, present your value, and then state the salary you want. After that, go silent. Completely silent. This is where the magic happens. The other person is now under pressure. The silence forces them to consider your proposal seriously. They feel compelled to speak next, and their response will often be more favorable than if you had continued talking, potentially negotiating against yourself. Most people are so uncomfortable with silence that they'll rush to fill it, sometimes by agreeing to your terms just to break the tension. Silence also helps you read the room. When you're not busy talking, you're busy observing. You can pick up on nonverbal cues: a furrowed brow, a subtle nod, a shift in posture. This is invaluable information. It tells you what people are really thinking, beyond the words they're saying. You become a better listener, a more empathetic communicator, and a more strategic thinker. Think of it like this. Your words are a currency. If you spend them freely, their value decreases. If you spend them wisely, each one becomes an investment. People who talk incessantly are often perceived as nervous, insecure, or lacking in authority. They're trying too hard to prove their worth. But true confidence doesn't need to shout. It's quiet, it's assured. It knows its own value and doesn't feel the need to constantly announce it. So, the challenge for you is this. Practice the art of the pause in your next conversation. Try to speak 20% less than you normally would. Focus on listening more. When it's your turn to speak, pause first. Choose your words carefully. See how it changes the dynamic. You'll find that you don't just feel more in control, you'll be perceived as more thoughtful, more intelligent, and more powerful. Remember, communication isn't just about transmitting information. It's about creating an impact. It's about influencing perception. Your mind is always communicating even when you're silent. In fact, that's often when it's communicating the most. Master silence, and you'll master the conversation. Thanks for watching. If you found this valuable, don't forget to like, and subscribe for more insights into the psychology of power and influence. See you in the next one.